Welcome to Toffee TV. It's three things. Everton 2, Newcastle 2. Oh, dear me. Another disappointing night at Goodison Park when, like I said on the match reaction video, it really shouldn't have been. Everton played really well for the most part of it. And then had a mad last 5 minutes where we just couldn't keep the ball. We kept making silly mistakes. Yeah, you can talk about fatigue coming into it or whatever, but just really poor basic football that we don't seem to know how to close games out at times. And I think it's either the 7th or the 9th time we've conceded, 9th goal we've conceded in injury time this season. Not good enough. Quite clearly not good enough. First thing I'm going to talk about is the substitution of Umanias coming on for Carlo Ancelotti. Now, for me, it was a pathetic sub. I'm not going to back out a world-class manager like Carlo Ancelotti. He's obviously fantastic, and, we're seeing some good things. And like we've said before, he hasn't had much time on the training ground. But that, to me, his subs tonight, I didn't understand, in all fairness. They weren't very good. We were controlling a game, and he took off Bernard and he took off Keane, who was causing problems, and then he took off Walcott, and the three he replaced them with, Tom Davies on the left hand side didn't really make much sense to me. Coleman, but Nias was shocking. It was a shocking substitute. He's not good enough. This is someone who our director of football did a presentation a week ago and said we're actively trying to get him out the club, and he's come on at the weekend and he's come on again tonight, and I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Anthony Gordon was there. Anthony Gordon would have come on and ran around the same as Nias. He's got a better touch. He can go by people. He would have given Newcastle something to think about. He could have put Anthony Gordon on the left hand side instead of Bernard if he really wanted to take Bernard off. That should have been the sub, someone who can travel with the ball. I just didn't get it, and it set Everton back. Someone who we broke and he fell over, because he can't control a ball. And it just wound me up because there was a stupid substitution. There was no reason for it. He's got nothing to gain by putting him on. We don't want him. He's not going to be part of the squad. And I've seen people have messaged me going, "Oh, it was a message to the board." Well, that to me doesn't work. It's about winning games of football, not giving messages to the board. So the subs for me were a bit of a head scratcher tonight, but what can you do? Let's move on from him. Let's talk about the professionalism, because this Everton team hasn't got it still. And when I talk about professionalism, I mean closing games out, doing the cute things that win you football matches. We rush things when we don't need to, when it's late on in games and you're trying to kill the game. There was nothing there tonight. In the last 10 minutes, we got sloppy. We were giving balls away. We were putting ourselves under undue pressure for no reason against the team that had done nothing. But in those last few minutes, that's where your professionalism has to come through. It's how the top teams win games of football. It's how the top teams close games out. And we didn't do it. I mentioned on the match reaction, Luca Dean has the ball in our corner flag. The sensible thing for him to do is smash it down the line and regroup. And he doesn't. He puts Tom Davies in all kinds of trouble. An awful ball. Newcastle get it. Knock a ball over, and Mason Holgate then, for me, I think he could shepherd it out, but he doesn't. He just heads it out for a corner. And they get a corner from a position where we should have been putting them on the back foot. They score from that corner because of our own making. And so you're thinking, I was gutted, I'll be honest. I was gutted when the goal went in, because I thought they don't deserve a goal. It should have been another clean sheet at Goodison, and it wasn't. And I was gutted. And then I thought, please don't play. I mean, I couldn't believe the referee hadn't blew his whistle when the ball went in to finish the game anyway. But you're thinking, don't give them any opportunity then, Everton. Just see it out. It's dead easy. And what do? No professionalism. The manager, you can see, is gesturing to the corner, and Davies rolls it back, and Delph just flicks the ball up in the air, and they go and win a free kick from it, which gives them the opportunity to put the ball in our box. It should have either had two men over the ball on the halfway line. These are professional footballers, grown men. They should know how to close a game out. It either should have had two men on it, roll it, The old Everton 80s kickoff. Roll it, or even three, roll it, one stops it and the other one smashes it into the corner flag and you box the team in. Because then, to get the ball from their corner flag up into our box, it's going to take one hell of a ball. And we don't. So even if they didn't do that, when Davis knocked it to Delph, he should have stopped it, turned, played it back to Pickford, and Pickford should have fired it forward and the referee would have blew his whistle. And he didn't. And we give the goal away from it. They get a free kick, we can't defend it, and it ends up in the back of our net when it shouldn't have done. I should be standing here now talking about a really good performance, another 3 points, Everton flying up the table, doing really well under Ancelotti, confidence build, and I'm studying gutted because we've blown a game that was ours, that we dominated, that we should have won by 5 or 6, and we haven't, and it's so frustrating because it was avoidable. It was so avoidable. Let's finish on a positive. Moise Keane, who people have given stick to, some people this season, is only his 5th start tonight, but he got his goal, his first goal for Everton, and it's a big thing. He was excellent tonight. He really worked his socks off. He put tackles in, he was a threat, scored his goal, you know, a couple of other opportunities, had an opportunity that he maybe should have scored in the second half, miskicked it, but he was a threat, had a header on target as well. Dubravka made a good save from him first half, and he looked a real handful tonight, him and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I was delighted that both strikers scored a goal. And, you know, just really pleased for him because there's something there without a shadow. The strength, the pace is there. If he can just, you know, keep working on his game and get in the right areas, he will score goals for Everton and he'll become a better player. And he'll be someone who can add goals in this squad that doesn't score enough goals. He's the first person this year, as in, you know, or the first person since Duncan took over, I think, to score other than Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison. So that's a big thing as well. We need more goals and this team's not enough in it. You know, Bernard should have scored tonight. Yerry Mina should have made it 3-0, headed it wide. You know, and we have to learn to close these games out because otherwise we won't get where we want to get. Teams like Liverpool or, you know, City, you can... But Liverpool, who are the best team, so let's take them, the team that are walking it, would never have conceded those goals. If they conceded one, they'd make sure they didn't concede the second. The great United teams done it. The City, when they're at the best, wouldn't do it. You know, and it's something we've got to learn. But tonight, Moise Keane for me was a big plus. And so I wanted to finish on a plus, and I thought he was excellent tonight. So let's hope it's the start for him. Let's hope that getting the goal will pick his confidence up, show him that he can score goals in the Premier League. And, you know, hopefully he'll go from strength to strength. That is it. Very disappointing, what can you say? Check out all the match reaction stuff. Subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you want, and join us over on Patreon. See you later.